Hi everyone, this is Penny. I am your favorite astrologer who gives you information on asteroids and all kinds of detail that most people don't always look into. Now, I want to say that these videos are made based on my personal experience and basically data that I've researched in my own life. They don't come from a book or from anyone else's source whatsoever. That goes for all my Juno videos, all my Vesta videos, all of that stuff. If you would like to use anything that I have mentioned or pointed out or discovered in this video, I would appreciate you giving me a little bit of credit and not stealing information because that's not okay. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about Juno in Libra. Now this one I feel like I might have a little bit too much personal experience on, and one of my concerns here is maybe there's too much closeness to this to be able to see it clearly. I do have a lot of Libra people in my life, but Juno and Libra in particular because it is compatible with my own Juno sign. My Juno is in Gemini, which is also an air sign. So Libra is the 7th sign of the zodiac. Its element is air. It's cardinal. It's represented by the balance scales, and it represents marriage and relationships. So basically this placement is a little bit redundant in that you want your partnerships and marriage to be partnershipy and marriagey. So basically you want there to be a fair 50-50 effort and what you contribute. And you are looking for the proper partner who can contribute that, who's willing to put in as much as you are willing to put in. So Libra does not want to be selfish. Libra tries to give as much as they can, and they always have other people's well-being in mind. They are very considerate of others, and Juno in Libra is no exception. So I don't want to steer you wrong here, but understand what I'm trying to say. Juno in Libra wants to make sure that they're not going to put all their effort in right away. They're not just going to throw like all their eggs into one basket and give a relationship their all unless they see that the other person is doing it as well and has an equal amount of eggs. I feel like this is getting weird now. Eggs to contribute. So it does kind of come across as being a little bit selfish in relationships. Like, oh, well, are you going to give me anything? Because if you're not going to give me anything, then I'm not going to give you anything either. And then why didn't you give me anything? And I feel like they're the type that wouldn't propose to the person that they love because they'd be like, well, why didn't you propose to me? Why didn't you tell me that you wanted to get married? Even if they're very traditional, which is a strong possibility because cardinal signs are the ones that uphold traditions, and cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So the more of these cardinal signs they have in their chart, probably the more traditional they are. Taurus is pretty traditional too, though, I will say that. So even if they are a very traditional individual and they're male and heterosexual and in a serious relationship with a female, about at the point where they should be getting married, the Juno and Libra male will have it in their mind, well, why isn't she asking me to ask her to get married? Because she should be like asking me to propose or like hinting that she wants to get married. And if she's not going to do that, like at the very least, give a hint that I am able to pick up on and be receptive of. If she can't do that, then I'm not going to like put my neck on the line and go try to propose to her either. They're willing to meet people halfway, but they have to be sure that the other person's going to go half the distance too, because they want to make sure they only go half the distance. They don't want to go the full distance if the other person didn't put any effort in, which is like kind of the opposite of how an Aries would handle things. I mean, they're trying to make things fair and balanced, but the problem in life is we can't always see and pinpoint where exactly that halfway point is. We don't always know where we are going to meet in the middle. So it's difficult to clearly define that sort of thing. And because of that, it's actually difficult for people who have Juno in Libra to get married and find that perfect, well-functioning relationship. You know, they are very relationship-oriented. They will date, will have serious, committed relationships, but a lot of them, even in older age, are still single, and it's just because they aren't ready to sign the contract and things like that. They don't feel like everything has been figured out yet. So basically, they want the perfect, most fair marriage and relationship possible, and they're going to be paying a lot of attention to what the other person has to offer, what they're willing to put in, and all that kind of good stuff. They're going to be trying to measure it and balance it out within their own mind. So I think it's helpful to their partners to be aware that this is what they're doing, so you can try to be more considerate of that. And also helpful for the Juno and Libra people to acknowledge that they don't always know what's fair and what isn't. And maybe you might need to reach just a little bit further in order to get what you want. And maybe you will realize that it is truly what you want, and it is truly what the other person wants as well, and it's something you're destined for. It's just that someone has to make one step further, and it doesn't really matter which person that is. You just have to reach a little bit further to get to your goals, and then you can live happily ever after. Anyway, I hope that video was helpful. Please check out my website and my Patreon and whatever I currently have available. I know these videos stay up for years, so it's hard for me to include information that'll still, information about my contacts, that'll still be relevant. So check with me to see if I have any readings available if you want to know about your relationships, your career, your business endeavors, your birthday, like things you need to be prepared for. Astrology can be really useful for that type of thing. And I hope I will see you soon. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.